All right, welcome back. After a final journey back to Kansas, Bob Dole was honored during memorial services over the weekend in his hometown. Dole was remembered as a compassionate patriot shaped by small-town values and a tough prairie landscape to become the greatest of the greatest generation. This came after Dole was remembered last week with a funeral service at the Washington National Cathedral. And joining us now is legendary American country music singer, songwriter Lee Greenwood, who actually sang at Dole's services. Lee, it's great to have you back with us.
Thank you very much, John. Great to be on Newsmax.
What an honor to be asked to sing at a state funeral like this, so to speak. You know, tell us what your memories of Bob Dole were and why you felt like this was an appropriate honor for him.
Yeah, I've known Senator Dole and Elizabeth Dole, Senator Dole as well, for a long time. They asked me to sing at his 90th birthday party at the Capitol, which I did so. At that point, Elizabeth Dole asked me if I would sing at the funeral. I said, absolutely. We had no idea when it would be. Of course, then that was 8 years ago, so he was 98 when he passed. And they gave me a small window, which I accepted and ended up at the National Cathedral to sing at the funeral. And his daughter actually said just before she left the podium, Dad, I love you, and remember, you'll never walk alone. And that was the song that Elizabeth Dole asked me if I would sing for him, and I did, and also my anthem, God Bless the USA. It was very moving. Never gets old hearing that one. You know, for a guy like you, I know you've done this a million times, but do you ever get nervous in a situation like this? It's a little different than your normal concerts. I think it's not the emotions that affects me as much as is it basically the environment, the production, the audio. I want to make sure that it's right so I can deliver the artistry I'm expected to do so. Well, you did a great job. You always do, and it's always great to talk to you. I want to talk about something else you got going on, and you know, we have this supply chain issue here. There's actually a glass bottle shortage, which could make it hard for some folks to get all kinds of stuff that comes in glass bottle, everything from milk to liquor. And you have a Helping a Hero telethon later this month as well. Tell us about these two things. What's going on here? Well, first of all, the Lee Greenwood Signature Bourbon Whiskey and Vodka from Omaha, Nebraska is available online. And I want to tell you, it's some of the best stuff. And it's holiday season, you know, come on. It's like time to lighten up a little bit, have a great little drink with friends and stuff like that. It's so awesome. So go ahead online and at Soldier Valley Distilleries and order some for Christmas. And about our special for Helping a Hero, which will air December 27th, we're so excited that we can do more for our wounded warriors as possible. Paula Dean and I are both going to host it, and we have performances by many of my country music friends. It's going to be really awesome. I also wanted to ask you this question. Actually, I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I want to go back to your whiskey and liquor company. Do you drink it neat or on the rocks? What do you like? How do you like to have your Lee Greenwood whiskey? I don't know how you like bourbon. I don't drink much whiskey, or I drink some vodka, of course, and bourbon. I like bourbon on the rocks, but you can have it either way. I mean, straight. The thing is, it's so very smooth. I've heard that from so very many people. The bourbon and the vodka, particularly, they just said, "Man, this is the smoothest. It has no aftertaste," and so that's what I like about it as well. Well, sounds delicious, especially in front of a warm fire around Christmas time. I'll give it a shot. I'm more of a rye guy myself, Lee, but I'll give your bourbon a shot. It sounds delicious. Now about your Christmas. Put your feet up on the fireplace. Now about your special you have coming up for the troops here. You mentioned some of your favorite country music friends are going to be joining you. Can you give us any insight on who that's going to be? I know the Oak Ridge Boys, the Gatlin Brothers, Crystal Gale, and a few others, and of course Paula Dean and I will be hosting the event and raising money for wounded warriors. Let me tell you, there's our patriotic distillers wagon as it goes across the country, by the way, in that photo. Yeah, we're raising money for wounded warriors to build homes all across this country, and I want to thank Johnny Morris from Bass Pro, who has dedicated himself to this program of 100 homes, and we're going to do our very best to get that done as soon as we can. These guys really need it. They do. We can't do enough for these folks, especially we can get them in one of these homes where they can kind of go about living their normal lives as best as possible, even though they've suffered the wounds of war. Something else I was dying to ask you about this time of year, you know, we're so inundated with Christmas music. I know you love Christmas music as well. Is there a favorite song that Lee Greenwood has for the Christmas season, or one that you love to sing or perform more than the others? I'll be home for Christmas, you can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe And I love that line because I want to kiss my wife under the mistletoe. If you could be home with your family, that's the best thing. And we pray for our soldiers who could be home at Christmas time. But if you have a moment to share with family, no matter where they are, our son Parker's coming home from college. He's at TCU in Fort Worth. Our other son's at Vanderbilt, and we're all going to be home for Christmas. So I pray that will happen for you and your family as well, John.
I do too as well. You know, I worked a lot of Christmases as a reporter. You got to cut your teeth. I will be home with my family this year, and I never take it for granted. It's such an important thing. That song too just gave me the chills, Lee, as you normally do with your vocals. Great to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Lee Greenwood with us. All right, I'm going to try that bourbon out as well.